Welcome back to In My Feels, the podcast that I said it would be me and you yapping, but I've had exceptional guests. I can't ignore when I've got a queen visiting Dubai that I have to obviously talk to, who is now like a sis for life, but also, have we just started a new business? I don't know. Can I just say this girl is phenomenal when it comes to content creation, marketing, her expertise in building brands, but also she is the heart and soul of Instagram right now. Anything that she does and puts on the internet, you want to be a part of. And I'm so glad that I'm doing business with her and also that we just get to be girls. Janelle.
Oh, thank you so much.
Yeah, of course.
That was such a good intro.
Everyone says this. I'm like, okay, maybe I'm made for an intro. I'm not going to lie. She was supposed to be leaving tomorrow. And then you've extended your flight to stay in Dubai for a little while. We met physically in Dubai last year, but we met a whole year before that online. So just give me your view of the online space and why it's so important. We'll go into other bits, but I know today we was like, look, we don't need to do a whole history lesson on the both of us and what we're here doing. Let's just go straight into the juice, the strategy, everything that we do right now. But just give me like why you feel like the online space is needed, because I know that you've met so many people here whilst you've been in Dubai. You've got people all over the world that are like, Janelle, rooting for you, probably more so than people that we know. Give me your idea of like why the online space is so important.
Well, exactly what you just said. You have online people rooting for you.
Yeah.
So I think, first of all, the online support that you get when you're building something online is so important. And if you are a business or a brand, personal brand, whatever, you need to be online. We know this. The internet's not something new.
Yeah.
But I think more so we're seeing people completely blow up and change their lives overnight. Just from posting a video.
Overnight. It's so not polished anymore. I think a couple of years ago, if you don't have a brand that looks aesthetic, like you're not going to be seen. Now it's like the more casual you can be, the more non-aesthetic, your chances of blowing up are probably like way higher. Give us a little lowdown of the salon that you've just opened in Thailand, but also the move to Thailand. Now maybe the move to Dubai, because I'm rooting for her to move to Dubai. Give me like that lowdown.
So I moved to Thailand. I went there in 2023 and then I went back actually for a holiday in December 24. And when I was there, I was like, I just had this calling to stay there. I didn't know why I needed to be there, but I was like, I need to be here. And that's where my online journey really started. I have been posting content for a few years, a TikTok here and there, but nothing solidified. But I have been working to help people get online for the past 7 years. In fact, even before that, because I worked in marketing. So one of my first roles in marketing was to work with a restaurant and to get them integrated into the city and to get people knowing about it. This was, I think, around 2017.
Wow.
Actually, no, sorry, this was 2015. So we're talking 11 years ago. So I've always been in that space and helped other people. And then I realised, actually, I can do this for myself. So I moved to Thailand, became a content creator, still had my business running. And then how the salon came about really was, there's a gap in the market. It was kind of selfish. I couldn't find any way to get my lashes done. Simple. It was like that. But I also realised that businesses are blowing up, or people know about businesses because they have an online space. I've never seen a salon in Thailand promote. When I was trying to find a salon to get my lashes done, it was word of mouth. They don't have any online presence.
And I think like with a certain type of industry or type of physical business, you probably are relying on footfall. But I've seen this with my companies over the years. No one would know about us. We wouldn't have the footfall if we didn't have the online presence. I think if you have a traditional shop that's just on a high street or something, you're relying on people just natural footfall. But I think now to stand out, because also, where was I the other day? When we went to go and get our hair done, we went into the mall and like literally there was 4 salons in the space of like 10 seconds. And I was like, how do they stand out? And naturally the hair salon that we went to, what are they doing? They're working with influencers. They're working with people to actually get people in the doors. Straight away, we've given them clients. We posted about it. People are now going to their space. So I'm sure in Thailand, there's people that would just, look, here's a nail shop. I'll just walk in. But actually, you said just a minute ago, Lady Leisha, artists, people are coming into your inbox giving it, girl, I want to book in because it's you, because of your brand, because of the aesthetics that you bought. I just think it's so important that like people need to understand that marketing is not just a traditional way of doing things anymore. Like there is a space to really blow something up in 30 days, because that's what you did, right? Like it was a series.
It was a series of me opening the business, and I took people through the journey. And this is a part of it as well that people don't like to do. So if you're thinking of, let's just say a salon, nobody's really documenting the journey of opening the salon. It's, hi, we've got this salon, now we're open, and
so
come
boring.
to us. But actually, people want to be part of the journey. People want to be included.
Yeah.
What people forget is whatever it is that you're doing, not a lot of people are, what I'm trying to say, sorry, is whatever it is that you're doing or that you're building, if people are a part of the journey, they're more likely to support you. I get messages every single day like, girl, can I come and work in your salon? How can I help you?
Can I invest? Can I do like, and that's what happens when you put yourself on the internet. And I mean, everything that we just said, we will get onto how we've just collaborated over the last month, but everything that we talk about and that I believe is like in our blood is visibility, and not just visibility for, and I think people just have this confused. I don't care about virality. I don't just want a reel to hit 1 million views and then, okay, on to the next. I want you to buy into an essence of a brand that you want to be a part of, that whether it's a salon or a dance company like mine, it's something that they feel like, oh yeah, a taste of home, a taste of sisterhood, a taste of community, whatever it is, because every single business has a different offering. But your salon, for instance, like, what I loved was that, like, oh my God, is the salon going to open? Is it not? It's a journey. Give me more of the series. Like, I respectfully probably won't come to Thailand for a while, other than visiting you, and I have no need to be brought into the story. And yet I was like, post the next one. What's happened? Did the furniture arrive? And I've got your story in my head now. So, and I've seen it because we've only been in Dubai for a week, and I've seen people come up to you when we're out and about being like, are you the Thailand girl? Are you this, are you that? And again, we'll speak about association from a marketing lens soon. But I feel like people can be brought into your journey, and they don't even have to be the people necessarily buying from you or the people in your journey. I have so many people that want to be a part of Hills and Fills that don't care about dancing, but they're like, I've seen what it does for people. I'm in. And I think it's so important that like we stop looking at it as like, oh, you just want to go viral. It's like, no. I want this to be a movement. I want people to buy into why this exists in the first place,
100%. And also, you shouldn't set off with the idea of, I want to go viral. When I created my first video, that actually did go viral, but I never meant for it to go viral. It was, I'm sharing what I'm doing. Every piece of content that you put out there should just be because you're passionate about it and because you want to. Also, silly things go viral that you're not expecting. Like, I created our narration video that we did for free in the city, which again we'll speak more about. It took me 7 hours. I then created a video about the weather in Thailand that hit 100k. You never know what's going to go viral, and that's not the point, because one thing that people don't talk a lot about, which I am so passionate about, is evergreen content. The point is, you could make a video today that doesn't have any views, doesn't do a lot, but in 2 months' time, 3 months' time, a year time,
when it's searchable.
Yeah, that's what it's about. It's about SEO. It's about having a strategy behind the marketing. And I think a lot of people don't have a strategy. They don't know what to post. They don't know what their content pillars are and all of these things which are brand new to people. And this is what I love to do. And this is why I'm so passionate about marketing. I've seen marketing evolve. I've seen where it's got so far, and I'm so excited to see how the trends are going to change.
And I think one thing I love about us specifically is you might come onto your page and like, oh, she's an influencer. You might come onto my page, oh my gosh, she's just juicy. She's just vibes. There's a whole damn strategy behind every single thing that we're doing. And when I say from a psychological perspective, we are always looking at content. Okay, what would this do? Okay, this might be top of funnel content. Great. That means more eyes. That means people coming in, not necessarily knowing about a product or what it is that we do, but people are just funneling in. Great. Then you want to, okay, cool, let's talk about this thing. Why does it exist? What's the nuance? What's the polarity? Okay, great. People are now buying into this. Cool. Now where's the conversion? And I think I said this to you the other day, most of my carousels that have like 13 likes, 22 likes, they're the pieces where people are like, sign me up to your next program. You was one of them. Now let's talk about how we met, and then the journey of a year later, how we're now working together in different ways.
Yeah, definitely. I was looking for a coach at the time. I'm spiritual. I believe in alignment and all of that. But I mean, if you didn't have the post on your page, it wouldn't have aligned. So somebody shared one of your reels about dance. I don't know why I clicked on it, but I landed on your page. And also, Instagram's a storefront.
Yes.
That's your storefront. Your main feed is your storefront. When they land on your page, they should know who you are, what you do, what you're about.
And how can they buy from you?
Exactly.
Yes.
How can they buy from you? And I saw one of your carousels, because you are the carousel queen. You know how to create content with words that makes people feel something. And this is something I'm really big on. So anyway, I landed on your page. I read a carousel. You wrote that for me, by the way. You wrote that specifically for me. That's how it felt. So naturally, I messaged you. We spoke. This was actually December 2024.
Yeah.
And then I moved to Thailand. I then joined your program.
Yeah.
Because I didn't buy from you straight away, actually.
Yeah.
It was, I would say, 6 weeks.
Yeah, because I actually think the same day that you jumped in my DMs, we was exploring. I think you was maybe going to go into one-to-one, and we was like, we're ready to move. I remember you being like, no, I think even there was like, I sent you a voice note and it was like, I don't know, 333 or 111. You was like, girl, it's aligning. And then I put out, again, because I'm very particular, and it's, again, people think that marketing can be manipulative, which I understand that it can feel like that, but it's, why would I stop posting knowing that you need my work, or you know? So in my head, let's just say you're an ideal client. I'm thinking, okay, cool. She said this in her voice note. She said this. So now I'm going to create content that's speaking to those parts of you. And a lot of it is not just pain point marketing. It's identity stuff, like the version of the you that you wanted to be. And I think at that moment in time, don't get me wrong, you'd made fucking huge risks to move across the world to do this. Making that first investment, not just, oh, I'm traveling across the world, because that sometimes feels like a personal investment that you can justify. I'm looking for change, whatever. But to invest in yourself because you know, okay, whether I'm going to start this as a business or I want something new for myself, whether it's £500, £5,000, £50,000, so it does something to you psychological or on like a cellular level where you're like, I fuck with myself. I'm backing this to the death. And honestly, you made that first investment, and I know it was a bit of a scary one. And like, oh, then we went on to work again. Then you then joined the retreat. Then like literally it's been back to back. But I've seen, like, you've launched a freaking physical business. You've blown up your marketing space. You've blown up your personal brand. Like when you first come to me, it was like, I'm cute online, but it wasn't like I had a brand properly online.
I had nothing. I'll be honest. When I got into your program, I'd not even posted my first piece of content, by the way.
That's insane.
For Thailand, I'd not. I was still in a hotel. I'd not moved into my apartment, nothing. I invested because in my head, actually, at that moment, I wanted to become a coach. I wanted to teach women everything that I learned myself. I had people asking me certain questions. I knew that my purpose was higher than, you know, just having a marketing agency. But in that moment, it was like, I want to invest in myself. I want to put money into something. One thing I will say, anything that you put money into, you're going to show up for. Put on a free class, no one cares, they're not going to turn up. You know that if you've paid for a gym membership and you've paid a lot of money for a gym membership, psychologically you're actually going to go to the gym because you've paid for
more than the £22 gym.
100%, because you know, you're like, actually, I'm paying 170 quid for this gym membership. That's exactly what happens when you invest in yourself as well. But one thing about your first program that stood out for me, which I still use now, was legacy. Now, I did your first program in January 2025. I've only just opened my salon May 2026. So we're talking a whole year and a half later. But what stuck with me was, I want legacy. I want something that's building without me being there. So it just shows you the impact of words and being a part of something that, again, this also goes back to marketing. I might do a piece of content online that says something to somebody that then resonates with them a year. They might then move to Thailand, or they might want to set up a business because of that.
And the thing is, even some posts that you're doing now from a UGC lens, anyone who doesn't know, user-generated content, you create content for the brand, it might not be working in your favor in the moment. You're getting paid from affiliate links, you're getting paid from brand partnerships. I just don't think people understand the depth and the weight of what being visible can bring you. And that then led to me recently wanting to change my content, because I've recently been thinking like, look, I'm a coach, I've been in this space for a long time, and whilst I love my work, I miss the essence of how I built my brand to begin with, which was showing up on the internet raw, silly. Like I used to post dumb videos and it used to go viral, but I didn't know what I was doing back then because there wasn't a strategy behind it. Now that I've seen that, like, oh my God, visibility can be currency, can convert into people coming into your world. I need more content that feels like me again. So I started watching Janelle's content back, and then I was like, wait, bitch, what does your marketing agency do? Like, I need some work. So now I'm working with your agency to speed my visibility up. There's only so much I can do when I'm by myself, writing the carousels or doing. Yes, I can pick up my phone and but sometimes the content that is doing well, that is establishing my presence online, but in a more authentic way, is the work that your team have been doing for me. So I just want to say it's a full 360 moment.
It really is. I was working with you. You're now working with me. Also, you need an outsider's perspective. When you've been the business or been in the business for 7 years, 10 years, something like that, you don't even see what's going on outside of you. And this is exactly what I say when I work with any business. I've worked with restaurants that have been in business for 10 years, but they don't know how to get new customers in. They've got, Doreen that comes in every single Friday I can work with the smallest business to the largest company, and the strategy is going to be pretty much the same. It's about, where are you missing out on opportunities? What do people love about you?
Yeah.
And how
our
can
brains
you
work in such a different way. We can see it. Like, I can look at a brand and be like, oh my God, you should do this kind of content. Like, I just love the fact that, like, when you've built brands or you've built these businesses, it's like, respectfully, any kind of business can come into our worlds and be like, oh yeah, we know what to do. Like, it's so easy. Yesterday we're on a yacht. Again, we'll explain while we're on a yacht, but we're thinking, okay, we can do content that's going to blow up straight away. It's going viral. Like,
we literally created a reel yesterday. We've got 100. Yesterday we had 104 followers, and today we've got a reel that's just about to hit 20k. And it was the most silliest video, but I was just in the moment and I was like, I know what can work. Let's quickly create this. And it took 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Now, that is linked to our brand. It's a silly video, but what happens is people are then going to land on the page, and that's where the funnel comes in.
Yeah.
Not every piece of content needs to sell. And I think this is the problem. I see brands all the time like, buy our product, buy our product, buy our product. But you know what would really make people buy the product? Showing the CEO doing something silly, or it really would, because people start to buy into the brand.
100%.
And now you have to step away from buy, because remember, we're going from traditional marketing, even TV. And I was saying this to somebody the other day, like, remember the DFS advert?
yeah.
Yeah, we know the DFS advert. Everybody knows that, because one, it was in your face every single day. They had the slogan, they had these things. All that's happening is that it's transferring online. And now what's happening is, one, you need a little bit of a personality, because people want to know the inside. They don't care just about the product, but they do care about the founder's journey. And on top of that, you need to be visible. The reason we know about the DFS advert is because it was in front of our faces all the time. There was a girl, sorry to skip ahead a little bit, but there was a girl at the event on Saturday who was like, I just feel like I'm posting too much and people are getting sick of me. Good. Be sick of me. I want you to see me 3 times a damn day, because if you don't buy from me this time, you're probably going to buy from me in 3 months' time.
And actually, they say it really takes seeing something 7 times for you to, like, oh yeah, maybe I'm down to make this. So if you're posting 3-4 times a day, they might not all be conversion posts or posts that are specific to selling your product. But if I've seen you 7 times that week, I'm 100% more likely to buy your product than you just saying, hey, buy my product one time. Like, it just isn't enough.
Also, let's take some of the people that are on social media posting 3 times a day. I might see 3 of their posts per week, and they post 3 times every day. I don't see all those 3 posts.
Yeah.
So this is what people forget, that you might feel like you're posting a lot, because I feel like I post a lot. Even some of my own friends don't see my content.
Yeah. And the thing is, I work with a lot of people, and some clients will post like maybe 2 or 3 times a week and be like, yeah, but it's not really converting. I'm like, girl, there's people out here posting 4 times a day, like, you're getting missed in the algorithm, and that's not a bad thing. You don't have to, like, chase the algorithm, but you do have to ask yourself, how willing am I to get in front of new eyes? Because if you're just trying to convert within your current audience, that's fine. Some of these posts might be like jabbing on the wounds and, making someone feel like, oh, I really want her work. But if you want new eyes, let's just say you're capped at your current 10 clients, your current walk-in audience, how are you going to reach more people? That's why currently, even with my brand for Hills and Feels, the biggest thing that we're saying for our franchisees, localized ads. Because all you need is more eyes in your area. You can't just rely, well, not even rely, but hope that people's going to come about your brand. They need to see it. They need to see, oh my God, this thing's in my area. That happens through ads, through content, through making sure people see your shop front and then want to convert. let me just bring it back to how this month has come about, and then we can speak about, like, again, our strategy behind the scenes, because I don't even think people even know what it is that we're trying to do. And when I say it's huge. So, by the way, we're missing Denise. And this is the real stuff about business that people just don't see. Someone bumped into her car this morning, which meant we was all en route to come and film to talk about our episode today that's basically highlighting the event that we just pulled off in 18 days. But life happens. Life happens, whether she's getting pulled because she's mummy and she has to go and pick up her son, or she has to go into the office, or you've got to speak with your brand in Thailand, different time zones. I'm now speaking, like, it's real. And that's what I've definitely seen over the last few weeks of us guys working together. 3 girls, we're all from the UK. We all have very different businesses, which for me was a big deal because I've always done business alone, because it's not about competition. If I know something about my industry that I am obsessed with, I am, like, very reliant on the way that I see something. But the point is, at this moment in time, you are seeing it from a different lens. Denise is seeing it from a different lens. It's not 3 brains in the same space, you know? So one thing that we said was, like, why don't we take all 3 of our brains and put it into a brand that actually is marketable globally? Everyone wants to be a part of what I think that we've got coming. So yeah, Denise and I, we met up. We wanted to do something. Janelle said that she was coming to Dubai, so we was like, let's do something. And anyways, we joined a space and we called it Free in the City. And it's basically 3 women, 3 cities that we're essentially operating our businesses from. And yeah, from my perspective, I'm like, I'm ready to go to more cities and more cities and more cities. And we hosted an event. It was promoted in 18 days. But again, from the beginning we did this. It wasn't like, here's our event, come to it. We story told. We shared about our characters and who we are and why we're different in business. I showed my mum and she was like, oh my God, I want to be in the room. Like, my mum doesn't even have a business, but she was like, I want in, because she was sold by our personalities, sold by our stories. And so give me a little bit of, like, your marketing brain behind Free in the City, and also what you think can happen. I mean, we know what we're planning, but maybe pretend 3 in the City is, like, not us.
Yeah.
And, like, where your brains would go to and what we're currently doing that you know is, like, this is so marketable.
Yeah. Well, this is exactly what we did to get 3 in the City to where it is now, because we had to do a strategy. We had to do the marketing for it. Immediately, I'm seeing 3 girls with businesses, with big personalities as well. But also, I'm looking at the outside space. I'm looking at what is needed in the world. This goes back to something that I did at uni, which was called Pastel, and you look at the environment and you look at, like, what's actually happening in the world. Well, one, there's lots of women in business. There's lots of people wanting to start business. There's people wanting to travel. There's people that want to know how to do it. And we all have great stories. What happens when you bring 3 people together? It's like a girl band.
Yes.
We are the Spice Girls.
Yes.
You know, and when you used to watch X Factor as an example, they would look at people and be like, okay, this would work really well, but all together, because it's going to have a higher impact. So that immediately was what I thought of. The second thing was, let's bring people inside. First of all, let's introduce the brand. Who are we? What are we doing? And why are we doing it? So, you know, the 5 W's. Then it was, how do we actually sell an event to people within 18 days? Because initially it was only meant to be a small thing.
Yeah.
And then what happened is we were like, if we can get as many people in this room as possible, then let's do it. Now, how are you going to do that? Well, by letting people know that they need to be in the room.
Yeah. Yeah. And I feel like in this moment in time, again, like the different strategies that we were playing with is obviously we could have a small event, we could sell tickets, we could make some profit off of it, great. But right now, we're all profitable in our own spaces. We're all doing our own things from our own businesses. So it was like, okay, we can make a bit on ticket sales, but, like, also people don't actually know what they're buying into, because we're a brand new concept, brand new brand. What the fuck is visibility room? And I get it from, like, a buyer consumer perspective. Yeah, like, I'm okay paying for this, but I actually don't know what I'm going to get. Versus the second strategy was, let's fucking open this up and let's blow it up. So the whole concept was, okay, how do we speak with different brands or venues to create this kind of, like, collaboration whereby they're generating money from it, they're going to get a footfall, it's going to have brand awareness for you, and also from our perspective, we're not having to, like, pay out for events. I've done 100 events. It's really fucking costly. And again, when we're starting up, we don't want these crazy overheads right now. Especially when it's, like, proof of concept. We need to see that this works. So straight away, as soon as we change the strategy of it, sign up. We had over 75 I'm still getting sign-ups. We're like 4 days after the event. I need to take the link down, but we're still getting sign-ups after the event because people are like, oh, FOMO, I want to be in the room.
Yeah.
And then again, what that generated in the room was buzz. Everyone's posting. Everyone was gassed about the event. I had like people respectfully in Dubai that have no idea what we do being like, bruh, what, no invite yet? Like even guys being like, what, can I come next time? Like that is what brand awareness does, and like that feeling again of I want to buy into this essence, this feeling. So again, when people say to me, I want to sell a retreat, I want to sell out an event, I want to build my brand, I'm like, what are you doing to drive buzz?
Also, one thing that we didn't do was put out, this is exactly how the day is going to operate, and this is what you're going to get.
We didn't just sell the product.
We didn't sell the product. We sold the dream. We sold the feeling. That's exactly what we did. To be honest, I don't think that people really knew what they was actually getting into. And I know this because they came into the room afterwards, even on the break, and was like, I can't believe you guys have put this on for free. I didn't know I needed this because there was an element of mystery around it, which was part of the strategy.
Yeah.
It was come into the room and find out.
Yeah, find out. And I feel like, look, we've been speaking every single day about this because I think, again, there's an essence of people wanting to build something and only show the result.
Yeah.
Oh, I'll show when my salon's up and running and it's got clients and we've made £20,000. Okay, well, what about when the furniture didn't show up and you was, That's how I feel like right now. Like, we've basically been discussing a tour. It makes me feel a bit like, when I say it out loud. We've been discussing taking 3 in the City on tour because that's the point. We're in a city. So whether we're in Dubai, London, wherever we are in the world, women need this. But again, from like a brand perspective, we're marketable. We're 3 women in different spaces. Do you know how many people came over to me and was like, I love the fact that Denise is a mum. I love the fact that Janelle does this. I love the fact that we're marketable. So we can work with different types of brands. How many times do we say we don't want to be fucking niched? I don't want to just like, oh, we're just doing this. Like, we are women that stand for so much good stuff that I know brands will eat this shit up. So my theory is, let's do it. Let's work with brands. And also, the more we can get backing from people that see us as a marketable business, we're able to actually give what we want as a product to the women that we see coming into our space. So again, if you are someone online that you're building something and you are just currently working on B2C, you need to think bigger than that. You can't just keep selling. Again, you put this forward, you were getting messages about how can I invest into you? How can I invest into your brand? Because people want to invest and get see a return on investment from a different angle. So there's so much to be done.
And brands are not just for influencers. This is what I think people get confused. And let's talk about the word influencer because I think it's taken on such a new meaning rather than what it should be. So I know incredible women that have amazing businesses that have no online presence because they're like, I don't want to be an influencer. I don't really care. The reason that you should care is one, okay, you are an influencer. You influence. You can influence. You can inspire other women. And I know that every single woman in business wants to inspire another woman because that's just who we are. That's our nature. We want to be able to help people. The easiest way that you can help the most people is through content. So as much as people say, oh, I don't care about being online, I don't care about posting my life, it's not about posting your life. And one thing that you kept saying at the event is it's not about you. It's actually about other people. Yeah. Now, when we think about brands, you don't have to go online and do TikTok dances. That's not what this is about. You can go online and be you. But I'm sure every single person would like to work with a brand, whether that's, I don't know, you could be a mom who's a baker and you get a brand new range cooker. Like, everyone's brand's different. And it's not just about showcasing products and feeling like you have to perform and pop up. Really, trust me, there are content creators that I see and you don't even know it's an ad. I've done videos that are ads. Nobody knows it's an ad because it just looks like I'm sharing information. Yeah,
especially when you do care about the product. Again, one thing that I'm big on is like actually brand association. I don't want to be just randomly on my page talking about stuff that I don't care about. My audience will know. You know, I've had my brand for 8+ years. My audience will know when I'm chatting shit, respectfully. So I think it's more around like, if you are a small brand, knowing your value proposition. There's 2 things, what you just said. One, it's not about you. So what can you actually currently do right now that is for the brand, is for your audience, and a way of like bridging your lens and theirs together. when people say to me, I'm shy, or I don't know if I want to share my story, it's not about you. There's someone that needs your story, or there's someone that needs to understand this product, so give it to them. Don't hold back. Whether it's, someone in the room the other day, she was an ADHD coach. I was like, girl, look at everyone today. They've spoken about how, like, crazy we all are because we're all like, oh my gosh, functioning, but, like, stressed. And I was like, if you don't speak about your product, you are actually doing the world a disservice because we need your stuff. The second part to that is your value proposition. When we was doing all the deals, I mean, everything from this podcast space to Hikari, the venue, I was like, I know our brand value because these brands will also benefit in the best way. It's a collaboration. The more we can drive people to understand this podcast room, okay, the more girls that will want to maybe book here, the more that we can speak about the venue. We got 45 people in there on the day that were spending at the bar. That's value for them. So sometimes brand partnerships is not like, come with me, try this new lipstick on.
Yeah.
It's like, how can I make this association feel so good for you and for me,
Exactly.
and for our audience that will buy from us? And I just don't think people are seeing it from that perspective, like, oh, I don't really want to talk about this. Or talk about it, because you never know who could be on the other side. We started this 18 days ago, obviously not now, but when we was putting on the event, and we got to work with so many. We got our hair done, we got our makeup done, we got a free yacht, we got like all these things that, like, respectfully, people would die to have this on a Monday, being on a yacht, like a freaking 3-bedroom yacht that we're just like like, again, no one sees that we were doing business on the yacht, but it's a lot, and I feel like you can really blow up your brand in so many ways, not just selling to your consumer.
Attention is currency. That's what it is. Every time, even my friends that talk about, oh, I want to make more money, I'm like, post content, because that is what it is. Especially if you've got a product. I know that there are people right now that are making £100,000 a year just from TikTok Shop.
Yeah.
Just from TikTok Shop, because people are posting about it. Also, your brand doesn't necessarily need to be you. Yeah. If you aren't somebody that wants to be online yourself, you don't always have to be the forefront of the brand.
Yeah.
You can work with other people to do that, but your brand, your business needs to be online. One thing that I really do love is this influencer marketing, and it doesn't need to be super influencer. It can be people with, small following, but they have great content. Bring them into your business.
I know.
You know?
There's so much that you can do. Let's just take a concept and let's put our brains together.
Let's do it. This is juicy.
Is there anyone from the room the other day that we could use?
What about the girl that had the journal?
Okay, great. So there was a woman in our space, and we opened up a Q&A towards the end of the day. And she was like, look, I'm about to launch a journal. And she was like, what do we do for this? So, do you want to start? You want me to start?
Whichever, let's go. Yeah.
Okay. From my perspective, there's a few things. I'm thinking about, like, it's a physical product, but also it needs to drive community. So my first thing would be, how can we get a community event going that then positions the product as the thing that you're buying into, right? So straight away, it would be like Girls with Dreams or something. And like girls come, it's a journaling session. It's something to do with this. Maybe that you partner with a cute cafe and it's like matcha and journal. Maybe you even partner with a Pilates brand and you do that. Or even someone like myself, a dance brand, and you're like, cool, I want to do a little morning. It might cost you. You might have to pay for like, so say like myself, you might have to pay me for a dance session or pay a Pilates instructor for that. Or, you might have to have a few little touches, but it's not a lot. Like the other day, we didn't spend on the event.
Yeah.
We had like maybe a very, very, very small budget on some like aesthetics for the day. So my thing would be like, drive a free event or a low ticket event, get some people in, and maybe the product is what you sell at the end of it. So the physical journal. Then the other side to this is, okay, could we turn this into an app format or to some kind of online space where maybe there's a female community group that you're paying for to have regular events or access to? Maybe the journal comes part when you buy a annual membership. Like, my brain is like, there's a million things that we can do versus buy my journal.
Yeah, 100%. And I want to go on to that because there are 1,000 journals out there. How do you make yours completely different from everybody else's? Well, the thing is, the journal is not going to change, but the marketing is going to change. Be honest, I don't care what's inside the journal. I know how the journal is going to make me feel. So then you need to think about, what are people using a journal for? So if you are going through a breakup, I know that if I'm going through a breakup, my journal is getting written 10 times more. So then you start to sell the scenario that people are going to be in and why they're going to use the journal, where the journal helps. And then also you want to be working with content creators, there are so many people out there that are also breaking into the content creation space that you can partner up with. So I would work with as many people as possible to send out some free journals and get them to create content. Not only that, it makes it look like everybody's using this journal.
I want
Everybody's using this journal. Then again, I would be on TikTok Shop. This needs to be on TikTok Shop, because also what people don't realize is when you're on TikTok Shop, people can buy your journal. They can make commission off of selling your journal, which means, again, more people are going to use it. It's so...
This is freaking genius. Like, straight away, my brain is like, this is the juice. Like, look at the different concepts that just come up just in 2 minutes of strategy. Because I know so many people are like, buy my journal, buy my retreat, buy my whatever. And it's just like, that's not how these things sell. You have to have a buzz around it. People need to see themselves in the product.
Yes.
Like you say, you know, if other people are talking about this journal, okay, well, I want it. That's why we all buy. FOMO, community, sense of purpose, sense of, you know, whatever it is that the reason you're buying for, it's usually a collective experience. Oh, that person's doing it. I want to go there. Oh, they've gone to the Maldives. Oh, I want to go to the Maldives. It's like you're trying to get a product into someone's brain. So a lot of the time people are just maxing out their creativity by just posting a graphic, posting a buy this is the inclusions, this is what it is, and it's like, I get that people need to know maybe what's in the journal when they're really close to like, oh, why am I buying this journal again? But like, that should be, you should know your product inside out.
My real idea right now that's just come to my head, I'm thinking of like a day in the life of a girl going throughout her day. And to be honest, you might not even see the journal till the end of the video. She's going about her day, she's doing everything, but the product placement's there. And this is the point. It's not, people are just going to sit there and think, okay, let me just take a video so I'm writing in the journal. Forget that. What else happens in the day that then makes you want to go and journal at the night? Or how can this journal completely change your day because you wrote in it in the morning and then all these amazing things happened because of the journal? If we think back to perfume adverts, it's like a man and he sprays the perfume. There's a million women on him. Is that realistically going to happen? No, but that's what they do. They sell you.
And do you know how many people have said to me, I can't sell a perfume because people don't know the smell? And I'm like, well, how do you think these Calvin Kleins and whatever, I don't know many, you know, perfume brands, how do you think they sold when it was just TV adverts? It was the essence, it was the feeling that you got with it. It was the person dripping with sweat and then the like sexual music in the background that you're like, yes, I want people to like smell me and they're like more and then come over to me.
You literally need to sell a dream. Anything that you're selling, hype
An
it
identity,
up.
yeah.
Sell the identity. How are they going to feel once they've got it? Or how are they going to feel if they don't have it?
This is so good. Like, this is what I'm saying. Like, I know people come online and they'll see us. And, you know, that's why today I really wanted to show our brains a little bit more and how we think and feel about our industries. Because for me, this is the juice. Like, this is the real juice. Like, that's why we all collectively have 2 businesses between us, which is dumb. Like, that's 6 businesses in 6 different industries with, I can't even tell you how much revenue across the board and clients that we've had over the years. But you might come online and be like, oh, Cherelle's cute, Janelle's cute. And it's like, girl, if you knew what was going on behind the scenes, like, our front end might be like that. But also, front end marketing exists for a reason because we can pivot at any time. Our personal brands are so freaking strong that, like I say, you've opened up a freaking salon without being someone in beauty. Like, you're able to do that because people buy into you and the essence that you have around marketing. So, yeah, I feel like anyone who is wanting to work on their brands, their personal brands, their business, their products, I think we've even just gone and easily shown you how you can take a simple product and make it marketable, make it sellable, and also have other people buying into your space and the other things that you can sell outside of it, because that's the other thing as well. Okay, you might sell a product, but you might have, you know, a Spotify link that goes towards your hot girl playlist when you're journaling, that then could go to some kind of like, I don't know, an affiliation with a headphones company or anything. It could be dumb. The amount of stuff that you can go off and make money with, it's just silly. So yeah, I'm gassed to be working with you and Denise. I know Denise isn't here, like she's probably at the police station right now, like trying to fix the car. But the point is, why I've loved working with these 3 women is, like, I will think on something and then Janelle will just like amplify it, like taking a concept and making it 10 times bigger. I don't think, and a lot of people, I'm going to be really honest, have said to me, Cherelle, like, you've been doing events, you've been doing stage stuff, like, why are you not doing this alone? And I'm like, there's only so much one brain can do. And don't get me wrong, my brain is big and it will do the things it needs to do for the businesses that I already have. But anything that I'm starting now, it's like, let's speed this shit up.
Do you know one thing as well about us all working together is, one of my reasons why I don't work with a lot of people is because they don't have the speed. They don't have the things that I need. They are slacking. And I'll be honest, us in that group chat, it was bam, bam, bam. I used to wake up, like, 'cause I'm on a different time zone to you, and I'm waking up and there's things happening, and then I'm doing things in the mornings that you guys wake up and things are done. There has been no slacking. It has been full on, as well as running other businesses. I mean, guys, there is no excuse. There's no excuses. And I think because we are very much no excuses, this is why it's been able to happen. But this is why I'm really excited about working with you guys as well, is because I know this shit is going to blow up.
There is no questioning. Like,
No.
for me, it's like, you know that feeling in your stomach that's like, oh yeah, it's a done deal. Like, it's already done.
Yeah.
Like, I know the brands that we're going to be working with. We're taking this shit on tour. I know we said like, oh, we're taking this shit on tour. We're coming to a city. We're going to like blow you up as well in the process. So I'm really excited. We could come on here and yap for 5 hours about everything, the stuff that goes on behind business. Like, actually how your brain gets to be part of this huge manifestation. Like, yeah, it's an idea, but here's how we implement. Here's how we actually get down to business. So, girl, thank you. I'm sure we'll do another 17 episodes at some point of like all the journey. But I'm just gassed to be working with you, to see your journey, to see what you've built just in the short space of time that I've known you.
Can I just ask, if you've ever considered coaching with Cherelle J, I am the proof in the pudding that this actually works, and that the investment will be the best investment that you will ever make. Because genuinely, if I didn't go to your program, if I didn't do that first program in January, I don't think I would be here now. Or, I mean, I was always going to get there. This isn't like, I'm never going to get there. It's acceleration. Actually, the program was about that.
Yes, the Visibility Room Accelerator. If anyone is watching, I'll be real, by the time this comes out, and then you'll probably miss the offer and never be happening again.
Yes.
But if you do happen to see this in the next short period of time, message us. We are currently hosting something called the Visibility Room. It's essentially what we did as the event that we just hosted, but an accelerator. Okay, we're going to be working for 6 weeks between all three of us and our brains. This is a room that will literally take your concept, your ideas, your brand, your marketing to a next level because of that speed. Again, because of the lens of business and how we approach our
You've seen what we
experience.
did in 18 days. Imagine where your business, your brand would be in 6 weeks.
Yeah. So if you're interested, send us a message. And even if, you listen to this 8 months down the line, there'll be something that we're doing. Like, get inside our DMs. We love that. Mm-hmm. We love, even if you're just a girl just being like, girls, this helped me so much, jump in our DMs, because that's the kind of people that we are. Like, we love helping women. We love seeing business blow up. So yeah. In our feels, Janelle, Ciara, Cherelle J, over and out.